Every single one of us has that closet in our house. I'm going to give you what I call Yardsale Theology, all right? You won't learn this in seminary. You're only going to learn it here, all right? So take notes. Yardsale Theology. Everybody's had a yard sale, right? They're horrible. They're the closest thing to hell that you can get to on this side of eternity, right? But Yardsale Theology, and everybody's got that closet in their house that you never open. You know what I'm talking about. You go to it, it looks pregnant, the door, you can see the tension inside of it. Lord forbid that you have a visitor come over and think they're going to hang their coat up or something. You pop that latch, you're going to die. At a minimum, you're going to get tetanus. You know what I'm talking about? And so nobody opens the closet. You catch them. No, don't open that. You don't want to open that. No. You know what's in there? It's the vacuum cleaner that doesn't work anymore, but you figure you're going to fix it one day. Your husband, I'll put a cord on that, honey, and it's like 22 years ago. You know, inside there's those purses. You know how you ladies do it? You get ready to change purses. You don't take everything out of that purse. No, you just take that one critical thing that's got your credit cards in it, and you leave that purse like a bad habit. And in that closet, what's in there? A stack of purses. Probably $74 worth of change in them, but they're all glued together with bubble gum and hairspray. No way to get to it. So you just have to leave them there until one day you feel like, hey, we're so poor, we'll chisel the dimes and quarters apart, right? But in that closet, you know, shoes that don't fit anymore, but they're still good shoes, you know, or whatever. And that closet's full of that stuff. And you know what's funny? You protect that thing. You know how you do it? When you set the alarm on your house, you set the alarm protecting that closet. It's in the dry. I mean, you paid money for that roof so that it'd protect that closet. And you know what? You make sure that you lock the doors when you leave. You're protecting that closet. But then one day you decide to have a yard sale. And you know what happens? You get clarity for the first time in years. The funk is lifted, right? And you go in and you pop the door. You put everybody back a safe distance. You open the door and that stuff falls out and you start saying things like this. Why are we keeping that? Why do we ever keep that? It's crazy. Why did we stick that back? Why have we been hanging? Don't you do that? Because you got a yard sale coming. And all of a sudden, you realize what's good and what's junk, don't you? Sometimes it's a tug of war between husband and wives. This could need counseling for some of you when you start into this. Because what she thinks is junk, he doesn't, right? Yeah. And so you go through that stuff, and guess what you do? You sticker it. One of the worst days of your life when you're pricing the yard sale items, you know? And the truth is, the money don't matter, does it? You just want it all gone at this point. And so you lay it out there on your tables and people come by, unsuspecting people that don't know that you're actually tricking them into a trap of building their own closet death trap. And they come by and they buy your stuff. And listen, the absolute worst moment is the moment right after you decide, okay, the yard sale's over. No more unsuspecting, ignorant people going to buy anything else. And you step back and realize there's a whole bunch of stuff still left. And everybody has this look. What are we going to do with it? Because it can't come back in the house, can it? Oh, no, you'd rather throw it away, burn it, blow it up, anything. It ain't coming back in the house. No way. It's junk now, right? You want to know why? Because now it's out of the closet. And now you see it for what it's worth. Poor Goodwill and Salvation Army fixing to get a load, aren't they? Yeah, you take it down there, take that, or somebody's dumpster. You don't even know what business it is, you drop it off. Whatever you need to do, right? You have clarity, though, when you decide to make a yard sale. My mom used to say this. My mom said a yard sale is the equivalent to a good house fire. And she's right. Because you understand what's junk and what's not. See, when we worship God, why is it so important? It's because when I see God for who He really is, I can then evaluate the junk that I really have in my life. There's some stuff there that don't need to be there. I won't see it until I see Him. You know why God hates religion? It's because religion will let you plug along without inventory in your junk. Religion will let you keep your closet and all your junk and stuff that shouldn't be there, the relationships that are broken or messed up, the behaviors that are destroying your future. Religion will let you keep all those things. You can do some sort of practice. You can sit there. You can listen, absorb, and do a few little things, little activities, and you can still keep your junk. But when we worship, all of a sudden we're in God's presence, and all of a sudden now we look around and go, wait a second, there's some junk I need to get rid of. There's some stuff that's got to go. It's like trimming your fingernails. Have you ever noticed? Fingernails don't bother you at all until somebody clips them off. I mean, you extend your hand to shake somebody's hand, you say, hey, shake my hand. You shake hands, you don't go, oh, don't touch my hand. You got fingernails on your fingers. But what if I were to hand you a pile of fingernails? Clarity. Once they come off, they're no good. Hair's the same way. Hair don't bother you till it's in a pile on the floor and you're like, it's nasty. Anyway, there's a point. Point is this. The point is that when God is worshiped in our life, we have clarity about the stuff we need to get rid of. See, when God is where He should be in our life, the things that should be held in high esteem are held there. The things that should be sold cheap will be sold cheap. The stuff that needs to be thrown away, you'll see it visibly that it needs to be thrown away. And some changes need to be made. You know what Paul said when he saw Christ clearly? What he's saying in the book of Galatians? He's saying, you know what? There's some old ways that I used to live I got to get rid of. I can't live like that anymore. That's not who I am anymore.